let's keep rolling through the news. And it is Liga MX announcing their All-Stars for the MLS All-Star Game. The game will be on Wednesday, August 10th in Minnesota, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN and Univision, TSN, and TVA up in Canada. And, of course, available across Latin America as well. The 2022 MLS All-Star Game presented by Target at Allianz Field. It'll be a lot of fun. Michele, last year was pretty special. The first ever Liga MX versus MLS All-Stars. Thinking back, what did you make of that event, and sort of what do you think year 2 will be?
It will be even better. And we just saw it with the first batch of players announced from Liga MX that they have a chip on their shoulder, and I know it. It was embarrassing for them to lose that game last year, and I'm super excited. It's a strong roster for now. It's just 14 players, but I love what they did. Linking it up with the Balón de Oro nominees, which it guarantees that it's not fandom, random voting. It's not some executive deciding. It's truly the best players of the season in Mexico. And there's a lot of names, and I have some nominees here that we're going to see in Minnesota. And Liga MX it's coming with everything they have. I'm very excited. And I love Minnesota. My last experience in Minnesota was below freezing temperatures for the US Women's team in February. So I'm very excited to come back in August and enjoy the summer there. I love that stadium, so I'm very excited.
It is a great city in the summer, the Greenway. We'll go biking, Michele. We'll go get Ethiopian food. We'll go to the Black Heart. It's going to be a great week. I am very excited. As you said, that chip on the shoulder for Liga MX, it's going to, I think, bring that little extra bite to an all-star game that we've always been waiting for. And not that it has to be all out and physical, but you want it to mean something. You want there to be that value. And we saw for Ricardo Pepi last year, I think, in the skills challenge as well as the game. And I think we're going to see it even more. The first batch, as you said, connected to the awards for all the positions and top players from this opening tournament of the year, 14 Liga MX All-Stars. And I guess let's start with this. Not a surprise. You and me have talked about this a decent amount, that Atlas is very well represented in this side.
Yeah, you know, there's a say in Mexico, everybody watches Atlas except Tata Martino and his coaching staff.
Oh, man. I didn't know you were going to go for it, but I appreciate it.
There's not it's absurd. There's not a single Atlas player in the Mexican national team.
Isn't he just waiting for Julio Ferch's passport to come through?
I guess, but it's still embarrassing. It's still absurd. But yeah, a lot of Atlas players that obviously they deserved it and they deserve it. And yeah, man, this 14 player roster, it's stacked. Again, it's the nominees for every position in the Balón de Oro awards. So I'm very excited to see who else is gonna fill in that roster. And I have some names that they're probably even scary than what we have already.
All right, before we get to that, I want to hit a couple of the players on this group. You start with the Atlas guys. Camilo Vargas, he won MVP of the Clausura. He was immense in goal for Atlas. He won them the title in the end. You continue with these Atlas guys. Aldo Rocha is one of those players that you're talking about that I think a lot of people want to see with El Tri. He is the best defensive midfielder in Liga MX. He is able to have range. He can pass the ball. He's been phenomenal for this team. And then the two up top, Julio Ferch, who has won titles across Liga MX, now doing it up top, scored the winning goal for Atlas in this tournament. But the big one for me is Julian Quinones. He is creativity. He's quality. The goal he scores against Pachuca in the first leg of the final, it's two guys closing him down. He's in a corner and he's able to work his way out and finish. We know that a few years back, the Portland Timbers made a move to try and get him from Tigres, which, man, he would be so good in MLS. But that's the type of player that you want to see in an all-star game. A guy who's going to bring flair, creativity, but also make it matter and be able to win with it.
Yeah, and Quinones is also a guy that is doing the due diligence of getting his Mexican passport and citizenship. So watch out there. Maybe he's also waiting for Tata is also waiting for Quinones. You know, the regular Mexican guys on Atlas, like Aldo Rocha, like Diego Barbosa. I don't know. Maybe Tata. I don't know. I don't want to keep going there because it's I have and this list should have Jairo Torres. We remember also, but he's already on Major League Soccer, so he doesn't qualify to be on the Liga MX All-Star, obviously. But yeah, man. Then there's a lot of talent here, and I can tell you, talking with fans, with media, and even with players on the Mexican side, they're coming to win. It's a friendly, but they're coming to win, especially because of that loss last year. I'm telling you, MLS, you better bring my guy Ilya Sanchez to defend. You better get Pablo Ruiz to defend because Liga MX is coming.
And then the big name, Andre Pierre-Jannick. He's been the best player in, I think, the Americas over the last 5 to 8 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And he still does it. He's 35 now, I think, and it's effortless for him. Another run through the Liga, not able to get all the way to the top from him though, but it felt like it was a matter of time every time he was out there on the field. And you just want to see the best at the best. And it feels like Gignac's a guy who loves the big moments and is just going to love this All-Star game. You mentioned some names you want to see. Hit me with what you think the other half looks like.
I think we're going to Alan Mozo.
Okay.
The great fullback from Pumas that now is in Chivas. Alexis Vega.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's another guy that should be on the nomination side of these awards. But Dineno, of course, we probably should see him there.
If he's in Liga MX.
If it's Liga MX, we got to remember his contract expires in December. So there's a lot of rumblings, and I know teams on Major League Soccer has already approached Pumas to see what the situation is. Pumas is expecting or hoping to extend his contract, but nothing is official yet, and it seems that they're a little bit far on the money side. Charlie Rodriguez from Cruz Azul, obviously. Diego Valdez, Alejandro Sendejas, another dual national for a long time in the U.S. youth national system. He's been awesome since coming back to Liga MX. Victor Guzman, who is one of the most amazing stories recently on Liga MX. He was one of the highest touted talents in Mexico, coming from that Pachuca youth center with Chucky Lozano, with Rodolfo Pizarro. And then he got into some personal issues, some substance abuse issues. And he has come back and he's regained that position of one of, if not maybe the best Mexican player at his position. And he should be a guy that needs to come back to the Mexican national team ASAP. And of course, I will also throw the name of Palermo Ortiz, the big center back from Pumas, who is now also on the rotation for the Mexican national team league. So Liga MX is coming, and that team is going to be packed. Stacked with talent.
That is every name you rattled off. Excuse me. Every name you rattled off was like, oh yeah, Alexis Vega. Oh yeah, Mozo. Yeah,
yeah.
It's talent. It's going to be fun to watch. As you said, it's maybe part of the Mexican national team. People hoped they'd be watching sometimes. It's going to be incredible. Real quick, Ache announced yesterday, or released yesterday, presented for the Houston Dynamo. Is there any chance he's not this game?
I mean, if Major League Soccer is smart, they should put it in, right?
He'll be there. He'll be an all-star.
He has to be there.
2 games. He'll be an all-star. He's good enough. We know he is. It won't be his first all-star game, by the way. He was at the skills challenge when Nani hit the crossbar because he was on Atletico Madrid. He's got to be an all-star. You assume Chicharito will be there as well. He's earned it with his goal scoring already this year. It's one of those stories that'll be incredible to see, to watch him against some of his former international teammates, club teammates as well from Liga MX. We don't know if Fella will be there, though, which is an interesting storyline to follow as well. Is there anyone that pops to mind right now that you want to see in MLS? That you're thinking to yourself, maybe young players, maybe new players, maybe someone who's been around, where you're saying that's a person who needs to be at the All-Star game?
Well, hopefully Chicharito and Vela, they're both there. We got to remember they missed the game last year, so which sucked for everybody, especially for the Mexican fans going to Bank of California. Although they're used to see Vela every week. I really hope that Tati can make it. It will be like a good send-off for him. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think the transfer window is open past that date, so I'm not sure if it's. But I would love to have him here. It's weird because I still feel that Tati, it's very underrated. Even when you talk with people and the potential clubs that may want to sign him, it's like, why is not this guy getting more attention on the transfer market? You don't hear his name a lot when you see like the transfer targets with Italian clubs, with even with Premier League. We got to remember that I think Manchester City has the right to sign him, but they didn't make the decision to do it. I don't know if I have the correct information there, but I heard something like that. And again, hopefully we can see Chicharito, we can see Vela. I think there's a lot of players. I would love to see Maxi Morales there. I think he it's incredible. Even he's aging like the best, one of the best wines in the world. I think it's
like an Argentine wine.
Exactly.
I'm all back.
Yeah, but again, I think Major League Soccer needs to take it very seriously because, again, it's a friendly, but I know that the Liga MX is coming for the win, and you can see it on the half roster right now. But yeah, I think Vela, Chicharito for a spectacle. You know, Hector Herrera, Tati, Maxi Morales. I would love to see. I would love to see, honestly, Philly, LAFC, and New York City FC, which I think are the best by far, the best teams in the league, to get some love and get a lot of players in there. Because if we're talking about an all-star team, I know that the names matter, like Vela and Chicharito, but I think Major League Soccer should also use it as a reward for the best teams through to the mid of the season, you know?
Yeah, you think Gazdag should be there, Glesta should be there, Andre Blake, maybe even Jose Martinez, maybe Carranza if he can continue to score and put in good performances.
Here.
Yeah, maybe we'll see Lorenzo Insigne there. There's a lot of possibilities. This is going to be a lot of fun this year. I'm so excited. I don't know that there's a better in-stadium atmosphere than Allianz up in Minnesota. They've done an incredible job. It's been so much fun to watch them in MLS, but it's going to be really fun to go to that All-Star game